It's the day of the swap, and both wives prepare to leave their lives behind. What do they hope to bring to their new families?
I want to bring to this family live by the seat of your pants kind of philosophy, and that you don't need to have a lot of rules.
Remember to have fun like you always do, okay? Love you, bye.
I'm hoping to break out of my comfort zone. I really have not done anything that exciting, and this probably is my last chance.
Don't forget your manners.
Bye.
After a journey of over 600 miles, the wives finally get to see where they'll be living for the next 2 weeks.
I'm thinking the inside of this house is probably going to be really nice and neat, just from looking at the lawn out here.
The yellow house. I've always wanted a yellow house. Ken said no.
Before they meet their new families, the wives get a chance to explore their new homes.
Well, definitely could use a cleaning. Maybe their vacuum is broken.
Very neat and organized.
The dad plays on a sports team.
Well, I don't see any TV or any toys or anything.
Maybe dad is on the playful kid side.
I wonder if they're not allowed to play.
I would kill my husband if he brought home a scoreboard.
There's got to be toys in here, right?
They can be happier with like a little bit of cleanliness and a little bit of structure. A lot of bit of structure. Who am I kidding here?
I would totally wreck this room and have fun with it.
Can I go home now?
Everything's kind of brown, very neutral and kind of boring.
For the first week, the wives must live by the rules of their new family. Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of her home.
Gymnastics is the greatest sport in the world because it teaches us to conquer our fears by approaching everything we do with a winning attitude.
Kickball is a kid's game that's not competitive or physically challenging.
It is a sport that we take very seriously.
Those are the two most fun things about being in a sport, is that it's physically challenging and that it's competitive.
Is there any fun in it, or is it just about winning?
If we have 20 bucks in our pockets, we are going to burn it doing something fun together.
If we don't have the money to buy something, we don't buy it.
You know, if you take 20 bucks and you put it in a savings account, then it grows.
Why save for the future? Because who's going to know what's going to happen tomorrow?
Jamie and the boys are slobs, and they leave their plates wherever they eat.
Children without boundaries, without expectations, grow up to be in jail.
Jamie and the boys will not be slobs with me.
So my kids are going to be in jail then when they're older because I don't have any structure.
It's the moment of truth. The wives are about to come face to face with their new husbands and children.
Hi, Ken. I'm Shanna. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Marshall.
Jennifer, I'm Jamie.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
I didn't know people played kickball.
Oh, they do.
They take it pretty serious?
Oh, well, no,
Really?
It's not serious, but we do it for fun. But as far as competing and winning things, we're not very good at that. If we win, we're happy, but if we don't really care.
And you guys are like, what, the fun family?
I guess
Anything
that's
goes.
That's kind of our lot in life. We do a lot of different things. We don't have a real specialty. We're not ninjas or magicians.
Talking to Jamie, it does feel like you're talking a little bit to a kid, you know, a lot of fun and not a lot of seriousness. Let's see. I like your scoreboard.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah,
Yep. Yeah, well, my favorite thing to do is like cleaning and organizing. I love to, if I get an extra 30 minutes in my day, I'll just take a closet and like organize it.
I don't think Jen knows how to have fun because the way I see Jen, I think their kids are the same way. So they'd be sitting on the couch and watching the news and be like, oh, no way. The prices of gas went up by a penny. Oh, no.
At the Harrises, Ken, who controls every aspect of his home, immediately shows Shanna how he likes his house to be run.
This is the kids' playroom. Let's say it's a wreck in here. You can close this door and nobody has to see it, or close all the kids in here and nobody has to see them.
Okay.
Once a night for about a half hour, I have what I call unwind time. Everybody knows, hey, just leave Dad alone. In my line of work, everything is bright, obnoxious colors. I've got to have bland colors on the wall so I can just unwind and relax.
Control freak.
I've got to have sensory taken down to almost zero.
He wants to have a control over every single thing going on in this house, including the color of the walls. The kids probably don't like the way it looks, and it doesn't sound like his wife does either. Did the kids ever make a mess?
You know, I need organization and not chaos.
In Michigan, Jamie introduces serious competitive Jen to the Weasel's favorite sport, kickball, and the only goal is to have fun.
Just usually I do sports with a purpose or something like that.
We don't play sports to win. I can remember once where I won a game and felt bad about it.
because that team we played, they were so sad that they'd lost.
You're gonna catch that one.
Anyways.
I think this kickball game, it doesn't even really have a point. Just seems to be a lot of adults playing. This is something I think I would experience like in high school. I wasn't much fun in high school and college either. So it didn't make sense to me then. It still doesn't make sense to me now.
It's the first morning of the swap at the Harrises, where chores are the responsibility of the kids from a very young age. And Shanna must spend her morning supervising Hunter and Mackenzie as they complete their morning duties.
Yeah, I barked on this once. My mom cleaned it off. It's all good now.
You like doing chores?
No.
After they're out of this home, they're gonna have all these rules, and this is a time for them to have fun.
At the Weasels, Jen, who teaches her children personal responsibility, must sit back as Jamie and the kids get up and ready in the morning, leaving a mess behind.
Getting ready? Yeah. All right. This is his towel, and there's deodorant on the floor. The toothpaste tube is open, and there's toothpaste falling out. Clothes everywhere. It's chaos. It's just crazy. It's like a selfish way to get up. Everybody kind of just made a hot mess and then just left in a hurry. As a father, can you kind of pick up the slack?
I do things on my own schedule. I do things when I want to.
You see how it's coming off really selfish.
I'm not buying that.
You're not buying it?
I think the way we do things now is working.
He makes himself happy by being this fun-loving guy. I don't care what my wife says. I don't care that it really upsets her. And I don't care that my kids aren't learning structure. It's all about me.
In Tennessee, it's all about competition and raising champions, and Shanna gets a taste of 6-year-old Hunter's rigorous training.
Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Here you go, feet together, boy, good. Tight, hollow, a little tight. Bend in your legs some in the back, keep them tight. Tight, tall, and back in your swing.
Let me get a drink.
All right, let's do one more turn, you get a drink.
When my kids were 6, they were goofing around in the backyard and no pressure.
Way to go, man.
You know, I wasn't pushing them to do a bunch of things, so they were just having fun being kids. He's got way too much pressure. You think that's normal?
I don't think he has way too much pressure. He has almost no pressure except the pressure to work hard. I have no desire for my kids to be normal whatsoever. I want my kids to be winners, and not only do I think it's not normal, but I think normal this day and age sucks.
And no pressure.
No pressure other than to work hard.
I think he's a total jackass, really. He said there's no pressure, but then earlier he said pressure was good, and then he said there wasn't any pressure, so he's contradicting himself.
Real self-esteem is earned. She has no clue about winning attitude in parenting, unless she thinks flipping burgers or pumping gas is successful.
In Michigan, Jen's still upset with the Weasel's financial irresponsibility, and when she learns Shanna and Jamie just hand Mitchell money whenever he wants it, she puts her foot down.
But I don't give money for free.
I see.
Is you earn it. So there's some dishes in the sink.
All right.
I'll be in to inspect your work.
I guess it's weird to me, you know, $5, you throw it away. It's $5.
When you get a job and you have money, are you gonna throw $5 away?
Yeah, I probably will. Usually I just take the money and go, is this even $5 worth of work? There's 4 dishes in here.
Pleasure.
Mitchell makes a dramatic stand to show that he and his family don't care about money.
Spend it wisely.
Can you hand me leave for a second? Come in the bathroom for a second.
Okay. Oh.
$5.
You're not gonna have any money when you go with your friends.
I can live with that.
I thought I was making a point. I thought I was getting through to him. Obviously, I wasn't. And that was exactly the 5-year-old temper tantrum, be a jerk thing that he would get from his father.
In Tennessee, after putting the kids through a week of chores, Shanna is upset they have no time for fun.
Do they ever get a day off and they might need a break?
They need a break from 10 minutes worth of chores?
Sure.
Well, I disagree.
I just want to see your kids have fun, and I'm not seeing it.
Open your eyes. You were here for hours
I haven't
on
seen them
Sunday.
smile or giggle or have a goofy time since I've been here.
Basically, now you're calling me a liar. Is that right? Let's be direct. Are you calling me a liar? All you have done is attacked me personally, and now at the level of calling me a liar. I don't appreciate it. I can't get anything from her other than they're kids, they're kids. I know they're kids. I helped make them, for crying out loud. I know how old they are. Yeah, my kids don't laugh and smile when they're doing chores. Name a kid who does.
At the Weasels, Jen is still furious, and she waits for Jamie to return home, expecting he will punish Mitchell.
Mitchell, he asked for some money, and so I said, here's $5, but finish the dishes in the sink. So he takes me into the bathroom, puts the $5 bill in the toilet, and flushes it. You know, that's kind of disrespect to me.
Let me see what he says.
All right.
What's going on, boys?
Deb,
I thought
You said you threw $5 in the toilet?
Yep, fair point.
What?
What?
Nothing.
I thought you say something.
No, I'm just checking it out.
Does it affect you at all that your kids think you're just this money pit?
I don't know.
So do you feel like he owes me an apology or anything?
I don't know. I understand his point.
You gotta support somebody here. You can't.
Right.
You're not Switzerland. You can't be neutral.
I'm kind of sitting on the fence here.
He just didn't have any kind of guts to stand up. I felt like he really wanted to say, that was wrong, but be a man and make a decision. I don't want to, like, spend the rest of the night kind of ignoring this and kind of not coming up with a resolution.
Right.
So what should we do? You're the man.
Right.
How should we go about this?
Well, like right now, we're not... I don't know.
I don't know what else to say to that.
I don't either.
All right. There's still no decision has been made. I think Jamie's parenting skills are rusty. I don't think he knows how to use them. I think he wanted to, but he just didn't have any kind of guts to stand up.
Today, everything is about to change in the Harris and Weasel households as the new wives take control.
The democracy in this house is totally over.
I'm really excited about taking some control away from Ken. He's not gonna know what to do. He's gonna be standing there scratching his bald head.
The families are summoned to the rules change ceremony. It's time for the wives to lay down the new rules, which the families must obey.
Jamie, you're not a parent. You're a big kid. Your idea of a sport is running around, kicking a ball. It's ridiculous and childish. This week, you'll all compete in the greatest sport in the world, gymnastics.
Shut up.
Ken, you completely control everything that your kids say and do. They're gonna turn out just like you. Miserable, unhappy control freaks. This week, you'll need to practice being goofy, making each other laugh, and even poke a little fun at one another.
You're asking me to be humiliated, and that doesn't accomplish anything.
Mitchell and Marshall, your day will be filled with chores and responsibilities. And when you are asked to do something, I will only ask it once, or there will be consequences. You will have to go through the yard picking up rocks and moving them from one side to the other.
I'm scared.
It's my rules.
This week, no more gymnastics. Instead, you're all going to play a sport that anyone can play. Kickball. Mackenzie and Hunter told me that they want the freedom to spend their money the way that they want to. Ken, you'll have to buy Mackenzie and Hunter the items that they have been forced to sacrifice over the years.
No.
Let's move on.
That's your solution to everything. You don't want to talk about it because you don't have intellectual ammo to debate me.
Jamie, this week I have seen no follow through with discipline. I'm gonna grade you on your performance as a parent.
That's hokey.
Shut up.
Ken, you like your house clean, but to me it doesn't look like a family home. We're going to turn this bland sanctuary into a fun, colorful retreat.
You might regret that.
Weasels, the house is a mess. This week, we'll transform this mess into a Hotel Weasel, a place where you can focus on accomplishment and the future.
No.
Ken, I think it's ridiculous that you have your kids calling you sir and ma'am. Your kids will give you orders and chores.
My dad will fill the pain of chores.
No, he won't.
Mitchell and Marshall, it's time to start interacting with your parents, not as friends. This week, Mitchell and Marshall, you will answer every request with yes, sir, or yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
What?
I mean, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
No, ma'am.
Shanna immediately begins her mission to transform Ken's calm, sterile home into a kid fun zone.
It's fun to make a mess sometimes.
Can you tell me what you're doing,
Making a mess.
Hunter? He wasn't playing and having fun. He was having fun at the idea of I can throw stuff all over till somebody tells me stop. That's what my job is. This is not well behaved.
He's only 6. He can be goofy, can he?
He can be goofy. There's appropriate.
But controlled goofy, right?
Yeah.
You can't control your kids' fun. Blocked you!
2 minutes into no rules, and this is what we get. 20 minutes? I don't know, broken window?
In Michigan, Jen begins her mission to teach the Weasels responsibility by assigning everyone chores. She expects Jamie to obey and help enforce her rules.
Tell me the process again.
No,
I'm confused.
I'm not explaining anymore. Let's go.
I know, but I'm trying to get in your mind. I'm trying to work with you here.
No.
The house is starting to get clean. I don't really like it when it's clean. I like the way it is, and when it's like dirty, and I like it.
But 20 minutes of cleaning has proved too much for Marshall.
No, you should do all this work.
Why does Jen do this to her kids? Is cleaning that important that you can get someone in tears about it? A little kid? It's not that important.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Marshall, I need you to come down. You need to finish your task.
We've been knocking ourselves out cleaning all afternoon. We gotta take a...
Jamie,
There's gotta
we
be
have
some
been
time
doing
off.
this for 20 minutes. Marshall, I need you to come in, and I need you to finish.
I hate Jen. I don't know why, but she's the least favorite person I know.
In Michigan, Jen is persevering with her rules. Believing gymnastics training is the perfect grounding for success and discipline in life, she has ruled the Weasels start training to be champion gymnasts.
Look at your hands, look at your hands. Look at your hands, you guys need to listen. That was not very good. That took us like 42 jumps. I have a guy who can do it in 2. So let's go ahead.
Hey, I just asked a question.
I don't need lip.
I can ask questions. I'm an adult.
No. Everybody on the white line?
No, I'm done with the white line. Let's go get a drink.
Great parenting.
I asked a legitimate question, and she told me to shut up. You don't talk to adults like that. You're not going to tell me to shut up and get out of line.
I just said shh.
We've been doing everything you wanted, but there's a limit. You've got to treat people with respect. Let's go.
It's a waste of time. Thank God I'm not married to him. I don't believe in divorce, but I also don't believe in murder. 2 options I'm considering.
In Tennessee, Shanna enforces her rule the Harris kids, who have never been allowed to spend their savings, get to splurge on toys, and it's up to Ken to pay for it.
Pick something out and have your dad pay for it.
Guys, I love you more than anything. But I'm not going along with this.
Okay.
Sorry.
We came in here to buy something fun, and now he's got the kids in tears. I just think this is dumb. We went in there to do something for fun.
You know, I'll tell you a dadgum another thing. I feel like a lot of what you're doing around here is a bunch of manipulation. And how hard is it to manipulate a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old? Way to go,
you should
Mom.
know. You're really good at it.
What I do is called parenting.
Right.
You're not gonna get any more cooperation from me.
I haven't really had much anyways.
That's good. Then we're clear. We understand
Crystal,
each other.
thank you.
I didn't feel like what was happening was a reflection of parenting, because our desire is to raise godly children, and spoiled children seldom look like godly children.
In Tennessee, Shanna has so far failed to get through to Ken. She's ruled the competitive Harrises loosen up and play kickball, and the only object is to have fun.
Ready?
Oh yeah, Team Bass, give it up.
That was so not fair. Look at how little our kids are out there, and you're booting it as hard as you can. You suck. That was not fun.
It was fun for us.
He was a jackass by trying to kick the ball as hard as he could when I was out there with a bunch of 6- and 7-year-olds. It was supposed to be for fun.
Oh!
At the Weasels, Jamie is feeling guilty about fighting with Jen at the gym. He makes a gesture to Jen by helping out around the house.
I overreacted. I just was put in a tight spot where she's trying to make me perform. She's trying to make me do things that you don't do to other adults.
But it's Jen who makes the first move.
At the gym, it seems like the sillier you get, the harder I become.
And I was at fault too. I got a little too worked up. I was disrespectful to you, and I'm sorry.
Right. It takes Amanda to say they're sorry. Be good for the kids to see their dad finish a project and do something loving and selfless for their mother.
At the Harrises, Shanna is determined to get through to super serious Ken, and she's come up with some goofy fun, hoping he might see the lighter side of things.
I have something special in my bag. Turn around. You're not peeking, right?
No. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Have you done all your chores? I've got a cap and glasses for each of you. Think you could do a good dad impersonation?
Yeah. Have you done all your chores?
No, ma'am, I have not.
Did you brush your teeth yet?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
At our house, we make fun of each other all the time.
Okay.
And just goof around with it, but all just for fun.
It's all good. Hunter, let me see a good impression of Daddy.
No.
Come on, you
He
can
won't
do it, man.
He's too shy.
You guys hang on to those. This is good. Mommy's gonna want to see that when
And
she
she
gets
can
home.
have mine.
I was definitely surprised to see everybody coming out in bald wigs and glasses. It was a moment where she was just saying, hey, let me show you my way. I want to at least clear the air and let you know that I can see where my kids are afraid to make a mistake around me. Maybe the discipline needs to be scaled back.
You have opened your eyes a little bit, so thank you, I appreciate it.
Sure. Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I like to do everything on my hand.
In Michigan, with Jamie on board with her rules, Jen insists he take the first step towards financial responsibility and sell his scoreboard.
Do you think it's really important to sell it?
I think it is.
I don't know. I'll do it.
All right,
I'm in.
let's go. What about putting this towards Mitchell's college fund?
It's a good idea. So let's see if we get a buyer.
Okay.
So you're interested?
I think it's something we could use down at the pub.
All right, it's sold.
All right, buddy.
I think Shannon will be glad it's gone. I didn't think Jen was gonna teach me anything. She was so hard-nosed and so serious and so dry on everything. But I think she did teach me about sacrificing a little bit.
Yay, we got the scoreboard sold.
In Tennessee, with Ken on board, Shanna enforces her rule the Harrises have a fun family day.
I have some fun things in this bowl, and I'm gonna let Ken, who needs to have a little fun, pick something out of there, and then we're gonna go do it.
Arcade.
We're gonna go to the arcade.
Awesome. That's
I'm definitely gonna take them to the arcade and show them a good time. I just feel bad that they didn't know what it was.
Holy smokes! Look at that!
Oh, in my face!
That was awesome. I think this is a great part of the rule change for us.
I am definitely in favor of doing more spontaneous stuff. I'm sure Jen and I will write into our schedule be spontaneous.
It's the last day of the swap at the Weasels, and Jamie takes on his final challenge. Jen has ruled he parent his kids and make sure they do chores responsibly.
Clean and wipe the dining room table. All right, make some magic. Get it done.
He's doing a great job. The kids are chomping at the bit to get to the next chore. This is great. I feel like cleaning. I'm motivated.
This looks a lot nicer and more organized. You've got all your books racked up. That's awesome, dude. Looks great. You think they did good?
I think they did fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's how we're gonna work this. You're gonna put the bigger bill, it's gonna go on your savings account. The little bills is your money to have fun with. So you get a little of both. You get to have some college money, some savings money, and some money in case you want to do something on your own, right?
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I mean, Jamie's leading his family. He's motivating. Parenting. Judges' scores.
7. Oh.
Woo!
Perfect 10.
Perfect 10.
Like up there with the elite gymnast now.
Yeah, you are. You really did good. I'm very
appreciate
proud
it.
of you.
It's the final day of the swap, and the wives prepare to return to their families.
I think I was able to teach the Weasel family some structure and how to follow through. Keep your rooms clean, okay?
We'll try our best.
We'll try our best.
Maybe I have broken down his barrier, so I hope that me being here is why he softened up a little bit. Okay, guys, this is it.
Let's break some windows.
The couples are about to be reunited.
Hey.
It's judgment time as the couples finally come face to face across the table.
I think that some of the things that you guys do with the kids are kind of extreme. I felt like Ken's parenting tactic was to kind of scare a little bit. Your kids were themselves when you were gone. They could just breathe a little easier.
How would you know what my kids' selves
Well, I was,
are?
you know, from the time that I was there.
I disagree with that. I think they're not afraid of us, and I just really felt like Jamie was the kid's friend.
I don't have to beat my hand on the table and tell them what to do and when to do it. I can ask them and they'll do it.
My kid doesn't have to think about picking up after herself.
What if they forget?
Like
Do they get in big trouble?
Like a simple, honest forget? No, not at all. You just go, hey, well, then go there and do it.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. You say, yeah, but you saw with your eyes.
I think she saw this.
And asked her questions.
This nutty behavior.
You know, I'm getting tired of being called a liar by this woman.
Check your
I am
pulse.
not
I
a
did it
liar.
one
You're getting a
time.
little wor-
You're doing it right now.
But
You
you're
just
saying that
won't
it's not
use the
true.
words.
It's not true. The kids, I mean, it's correction. That's what we do. We correct them. I mean, that's what we do as a parent.
Are they in the French Foreign Legion? Or are they just kids?
Here we go again. This is how every discussion, when I couldn't get a discussion. The only answer I would get was, they're just kids, they're just kids.
What more do you need than they're just children?
They're not just children. I keep telling you, they're extraordinary children. It's because we live outside of the 10 seconds that we are currently existing in. And so that's why frequently there is.
Okay, you can go past 10 seconds, but you don't have to live in the 10 years from now.
Sounds pretty smart and responsible.
You know, Jen had a great idea. She said, you can have this carefree, you know, spend money as you get it lifestyle, but let's put a little aside for the future. I don't know how we did it, but we sold our scoreboard.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. We sold it for $300.
Somebody bought it.
Someone
That's
bought it.
crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like Shanna had a good point that our kids do fear making a mistake around me, and I don't want that.
I think maybe to let the kids have a little bit of a break and not have them always so structured.
Right.